Hey guys, it's Nadia. Welcome back to Matchy Flow. Today we have a Pilates Sculpt and we will be using one yoga block. Totally fine if you don't have one of these, just it's a little extra zhuzh for sure. And I have two resistance bands here. One that's a little bit lighter that we're gonna use when we are working our upper body. And then I have another one that's about like a medium or heavier band, something that like really adds some good resistance. We'll use that for more of our lower body. You will also need a mat or some floor space. So once you have all of that, grab a matcha, grab some water, and come meet me. Cool, so to start, you are going to slide your legs through your band. It's gonna live about an inch or so above your knees. We're gonna swing our body around, find ourselves in tabletop, hips tucked under, spine is neutral, hands push into your mat. You have a roundness between your shoulder blades, knees directly under hips. Together we'll take a cow. Inhale as you arch your spine up. Exhale, bring navel to spine, arch your spine back, take your gaze low. Sorry, I'm not reaching the full one so I can make sure I'm not covering my mic with my chin. Let me pull my shirt down a little bit. Let's take another two here. We'll take another one. Awesome, find a neutral spine. Let's take some circles with our hips. So come down, back and around, to the left, down, back and around. We'll take one more, we switch directions. Come to the top, this time we move our hips to the right, down, back and around. If your band is starting to slide, that is totally fine. It happens to the best of us. Let's take one more. Awesome. Tuck your toes under, we're gonna sit back on our hips. Our hands press into the mat, fingers pressing towards us. Start to pull back, lean forward a little bit. Lean back, forward, and back, forward, and back. Fingertips still facing towards our knees. This time back, so the hands on the mat. We pull back, inch forward, back, inch forward. Bring your fingertips to now meet each other. Back of your hands still press into the mat, palms up, push up through your shoulders. We turn our hands down towards the mat, press up and out. Oh, arch your spine a little bit. Awesome, I wanna come back to tabletop. We're gonna start with some scapula push-ups. So find a roundness between your shoulder blades, bring your shoulder blades to touch. Push through your palms, run your shoulder blades the other way, find some space. So I'm coming down through my tailbone and my shoulder blades. We push up, find a little bit of roundness. We'll take another 8. You have 7. Exhale for 6. You have 5. Exhale as you round. Inhale as you squeeze your shoulder blades together for 4. You have another 3. Last one. Awesome, meet me neutral. From here, we are going to open our left hip to the side in a fire hydrant. We kick back behind us. Right knee stays down, you can tuck your right toes, left hip opens with your knee, squeeze your left oblique, extend your foot behind you, toe is pointed here. So we open left, extend behind us. Let's bring it up a notch if you feel good. Come and find space off of your right knee. We have another 4. We have another 3. Squeeze your left oblique, you have another 2. Swing your left hip down, and 1. Awesome. Extend your left leg behind you. If you want to come down to your knee, you totally can. We lower our left leg for 2. We lift for 2. Lower for 2. Lift for 2. Squeeze your core here. Press through your palms. Find space. Don't dump into your shoulders. You have another 6. You have another 4. You have another 3, 2, and 1. Hold your knee high. Hold your toes high. We pulse up, 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 up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. One long line for 3, 2, hold for 1. We draw circles with our toe. Any direction is fine, size of a golf ball or smaller. We switch direction. Squeeze through your inner thighs for 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, and 1. This time, you're going to bring the block underneath your right knee. We're gonna find a little bit more space, puff back up into a tabletop, leg goes long behind you. We rainbow the foot back to the diagonal. On the other side of our right leg, we come back and over. I feel like this helps you find a little bit more height and space because you can come a little bit higher and you can also dip a little bit lower. So your range of movement's a little wider than normal. I always think that the block is a good little extra push here. We have another 6. Squeeze through your inner thighs. You have 5, 4. You're tapping to each side of your mat for 3, for 2, and 1. Keep your left foot to the diagonal over your right. We pulse up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. Square your hips off, bring your left hip more towards your mat for 10, 9, 8, 7. Maybe right hand behind your back for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, and 1. Whew. I'm gonna swing my legs around so you can see me better. Meet me back in a neutral tabletop. Maybe adjust your your band if you need to. This time you open your right knee, right hip up for 2. You bring it back down to the floor for 2. So point your toe, don't crunch through, don't curl extra too hard. Come back down. So you come up, you come back down. You come back up and down. We have another 8. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's swing around so I can, okay. I'm gonna swing around so you can see me a little bit better. Press both palms down. This time we open right knee, right hip for 2. We lower for 2. We extend our leg behind us. We come back down. So we open up into a fire hydrant. You press through your right palm, you come down, you extend your right toes behind you. Energy through the crown of your head. Energy through every part of your body that has contact with the mat, and especially through your right leg all the way down to the toe. We have another 6. We have another 5. We have another 4. We have 3. Keep breathing here for 2. One more last round. You open your knee up, you lower, extend your right leg long. From here, you lower your right leg for 2. You lift for 2. Lower for 2 and 1. Lift for 2, lift for 1. Wrap your right hip down. Maybe your left hand peels off the mat, comes behind your back. Lower and lift. We have 8, 7. Really squeeze at that part where your glute meets the top of your hamstring. Let's get our seat lifted for 4. We have another 3. You keep your right leg high in 2. Right leg nice and high in 1. From here we draw teeny tiny circles, size of a golf ball or smaller, with your toe for 8, 7. We switch directions in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, other way. Wrap your right hip down, maybe hand comes behind your back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, and 1. Awesome. Let's bring the block underneath our left knee this time. Come back into a tabletop. Right leg extends behind you. We rainbow down and back past the left leg, up and over to the outer right part. So down and over, up and wide. So cross at a diagonal and then cross wide. We have another 8. Ooh, don't hit your matcha. We have 7. Could you imagine if I spilled that for 6? We have 5. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower for 4. It's okay if you feel it on your left. We just worked that glute for 3. You last 2. And you last 1. You come over to a diagonal. You pulse, 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 pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7. Squeeze your glutes for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, and 1. All right, let's lay down onto our back. The block comes under the left foot. You can keep your band on here. I'm gonna just adjust mine real quick. Block under your left foot. We press our hips up into a hip bridge. Wrap your right hip, bring it a little bit higher. Just because your leg is a little lower, it's gonna wanna pull down. So from here, we hold up, we press into our band and into our band. So try to open your knees, keep it really small and controlled. You have 10, tuck your hips under, you have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold high, in 1. From here we dip down for 2, halfway for 1, up for 2, up for 1. This time we come down all the way for 2, down all the way for 1. You press through, up and up. So you come halfway down, all the way up, full range down, all the way up. So you come half and up, down and up. 2 more times, half and up, full and up. 1 more time, halfway and up, all the way down and up. Let's hold our hips at halfway. From here we pulse up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch for 10. Maybe arms come over your chest for 9, 8, 7, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core for 7, for 6, for 5, 4, 3, press on your band for 2 and 1. Awesome. Hike your hips up all the way to the top. From here, we lift our right heel, we lower, we lift and lower. I'm sorry that you can't see me, but know that I am pressing my right toes into the mat. My heel lifts and lowers for 10, 9, 8, 7, you keep your heel high in 6, 5, 4, 3, hold your heel high in 2, and 1. Right heel high, press your left foot into the block. We lower all the way down for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Back up for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Back down for 4, for 3. Squeeze your core for 2, and 1. Up for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. We'll take about 6 more. You have tension on the band the entire time. It shouldn't be like any sort of like gappy looseness at all. Your knees are about hip distance apart. We have another 4. Inhale as you bring your hips down, press into your left foot, press into your right toes, bring your hips up. We have 3. Really slow, barely let your tailbone touch your mat. We come back up. We have 2. Glutes are on fire, really press through your left foot. We hold high at 1. From here, heel high on your right, press your left foot into the block. We open our knees, we close them, just like we started. You pulse out and in, out and in. You have 10, 9, 8, tuck your hips for 7. You have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold your knees wide, tuck your hips under. We pulse up and up, up and up. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold high, and 1. Awesome. Articulate your spine all the way down, bring your knees back in. Bring your knees to chest, give yourself a little rock. I'm gonna adjust my little leg warmers here. The block is gonna slide over and come under your right foot this time. You press your left foot into your mat. From here, your hips come up. Whew, just rocking right into it. From here, we pulse out on our band and out on our band. We press out on our band and out on our band. Shift your hips, bring your left a little bit more in line with the right. Since your left leg is a little lower, it's gonna wanna naturally dip down. So can you peel it up just a little bit more? We pulse for 8, 7, tuck your hips for 6, 5, 4, 3, squeeze your core for 2, and 1. From here, you tuck your hips up, we pulse up and up, up and up. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, you have 6, 5, we take the half and full combo in 2, and in 1, hold high. So you bring your hips down for 2, down for 1, you pulse up for 2, up. For 1, you come all the way down for 4. For 3, for 2, kiss the mat at 1, come back up for 4. For 3, take your hips under for 2, and 1, you come halfway for 2. For 1, back up for 2. For 1, all the way back down to your mat. Barely let your tailbone kiss your mat. You pulse your hips back up. We have another 6 here. Glutes are on fire. Really press through both feet here, especially through your right foot. It's a little higher. It's got a little bit more of a cushion underneath it. You have 5. Exhale as you bring your hips up. Full range all the way down. Maybe hands come over your chest. We have 4. Left hip pikes up just a little bit more. You have 3. You meet me at the top in 2. And last full rep, halfway down, all the way up. Full range down, really articulate slowly through your spine, pike your hips back up. We hold at the top. From here, your left heel raises, it lowers, it raises, it lowers. Bring your left hip up just a little bit more. You have 10, 9, 8, 7. Press into your mat for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heel nice and high. We come down for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Back up for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Back down for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Back up for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Let's take 6 more. We take our pulses at the top. We're gonna stand after this. You have another 5. You have another 4. Tailbone just caresses the top of your mat for 3. You have another 2. Last 1. Pike your hips high as you can. There's height underneath your left heel. You press your right heel into your block. You pulse out on your band, out on your band. Wow, my outer glutes on both legs just absolutely lit up there. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeeze your core for 4, 3, 2. Hold your knees out wide. We pulse up and up. You press for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Maybe hands over chest for 4, 3. Press out on your band for 2. Hold high, and 1. Awesome. Whew, let's roll down through our spine. Let's tap our glutes out. That was super powerful. All right, I am going to bring the block underneath my left heel. I'm gonna be in a little bit of a lateral lunge, so my right heel, curl my shorts under a little bit more. Right toes are next to me, right heel is nice and high. We come down into a low lunge. We step in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, maybe you add the arms for 6, 5, you find a narrow stand in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find a narrow stand. From here we squat down and up. So you go all the way down, halfway to stand, down and up. Fire through your inner thighs, your outer thighs pressing out into your band for 10. Squeeze your core for 9. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold low, and 1. Let's bring right knee to chest. From here, you come back down into your narrow squat. You step up. So down with your narrow squat, right heel nice and high. You drive right knee to chest. Woo, find your stability. We have 10, 9, 8, 7. We have 6, 5. Keep it slow and controlled for 4. Really come down low in your squat for 3, for 2, and 1. Awesome. I'm gonna turn so you can see me a little bit better, but I'm gonna find myself in the same position. I step out and in, back and in. So we step out and in, back and in for another 8. Sit a little bit lower through your left leg. Bring your weight to the back of your heel for 7. Hinge your hips. You have 45 degrees. Let's work the back side of our left leg. Right leg is helping to move. You have 5. Keep breathing for 4. You have 3. We have another 2. Last one, right toes come behind you, heel is nice and high. We're in a staggered split squat. From here, we come down for 2. For 1, we explode up for 2. Dive over your front leg for 1. So you bend your right knee, you come back down into a split squat. You dive forward over your front leg. You have another 8. You have 7. We hold low in 6. My leg warmer sliding off for 5. For 4, get your arms activated here for 3. For 2, you hold low for 1. From here, you pulse and pulse. Slight hinge of your hips for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold low, and 1. Let's drive right knee up to chest. See if you can extend your right leg in front of you. You might be able to go a little higher than me. I just have tight hips. Turn your toes slightly out. From here, we pulse up and down, up and down. Getting the back side of our left leg, the inner thigh of our right, we pulse for 10, 9, tuck your hips, you have 8, 7, we're here for another 6, 5, maybe hands come overhead for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Let's get a sip of matcha real quick. We'll switch over to the other side. Little water if you have that. Trying to make sure my mic is not too close to my mouth. Awesome, so this time, right foot goes on your block, left toes next to you. We squat down and low. We step out with our left leg, in with our left leg, out and in. Maybe you add the arms. We have 10, press through your right foot. We have 9, keep your weight over your block. 8, 7, inhale in, exhale out for 5, 4, 3, 2, last full rep. If you find a narrow squat, from here we go all the way down for 2. For 1, there's height under your left heel, up for 2, up for 1, down for 2, press your palms for 1, up for 2, up for 1, we take another 8. Feel like in between your inner thighs, there's magnets, they wanna come together. Create the tension, imagine there's a vortex of energy there. For 6, we have 5, you have another 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Find as low as you can. We bring left knee to chest this time. We bring our toes back to our mat, we squat down. So your hands come back as you drive your knee to your chest. As your left foot comes down, hands come into prayer. Let's take another 8. We have 7. We have 6. We have another 5. Squeeze your core like you were in a plank for 4. Really press through your right foot for 3. For 2. And for 1. Awesome. I'm gonna turn so you can see me a little bit better and try not to knock over my matcha. So again, right foot on the block, left toes in narrow, heel is nice and high. We step out with the left foot, in with the left. We step back with the left foot, in with the left. So you have a bend in your right knee the entire time. Holding low here helps to really activate and turn on the back side of our leg. We wanna get our hamstrings involved, our inner thighs, everything to get our glute lifted a little bit more. We have 7. You have 6. We have another 5. Maybe your arms are engaged here for 4. We have another 3. You take 2 more full reps, you maybe with your left leg behind you. Last one. You step out and in, bring your left leg back. We sit down into a split squat. From here, we dive forward for 2. For 1, we come back into a split squat for 2. Bring your hands into prayer. So hands can come with you. If that doesn't feel good, maybe you keep your hands in prayer the entire time. Maybe your hands stay at your hips. You can also bring your hands overhead. Just prayer is calling to me right now. So 8, you inhale down. Exhale as you explode up for 7. You have 6. We have another 5, 4. We hold low in 3. Split squat in 2. Really press through your right heel. For 1, you come into a split squat, hands to prayer, slight hinge in your hips. Bring your left hip up a little bit more. We pulse and pulse for 10, 9. Press your palms together. There's power between them for 6, 5, 4. Set a little bit lower for 3, 2. Hold and 1. Awesome. We bring left knee to chest this time. Try to stabilize your weight in your right leg. Extend your left leg forward, point your toes slightly out. We lower for 2, lower for 1, lift for 2, lift for 1. So hands can come. I like them in prayer for this. Sometimes hips feel good. Maybe hands overhead or out wide. We have another 6. You have another 5. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Let's peel our band off of our legs. We'll move to our upper body. So we're quickly just gonna do a kneeling series. You can sit down on your heels, or maybe you find some height underneath your butt. Arms extend in front of you, palms towards the midline facing each other. We bicep curl in for 2. The band goes right over your wrist, and we extend out for 1. Here's it from the side. In for 2, in for 1, out for 2, out for 1. Tuck your tailbone under, really squeeze through the backside of your arms as well to help you lift all of those muscles just right under your armpits. We have another 6. Inhale as you bend your elbows, exhale as you extend. We have 4. We have 3. In 2, you meet me with your elbows bent at 90. We have 1, elbows bent at 90. We go up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch for 10, 9. Keep it controlled for 8. Shoulders on your back for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold high. Awesome. We are going to grab the band with our left hand. We're gonna press your right palm into your band, grab it with your left hand. We pull wide for 2, lat pull down for 1, extend for 2, extend for 1. So you pull down wide, drop your shoulders down, and extend. We have another 8. We have 7. Really squeeze through the backside of the right arm for 5 to help keep you in shape and not moving around for 3. You really press through each palm for 2. For 1, you hold your left hand down, right palm presses into the band. You pull down and down, down and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold low and 1. We bend our right elbow an inch, we extend. Bend and extend. You have 10. We switch grip in 9, 8, press through your palm, power through your fingertips for 6, 5, 4, 3, squeeze your core for 2, and 1. Awesome. This time, press left palm in. You grab this band with your right hand. We pull wide for 2, lat pull down for 1, extend for 2, extend for 1. Really drop your left shoulder here. Create space, make your arm as long as humanly possible. You have another 8. Exhale as you pull. Inhale as you extend for 7. You have 6. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop both of your shoulders down. We pulse our right arm. Pulse, pulse, pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, bring your left arm up for 3, for 2, hold your right arm down. We bend our left elbow, extend, bend, extend. You have 10, 9, 8, don't go faster than my voice for 7, 6, you have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Last thing here before we get into our stretch, you're so close to the finish line. You are going to slide the band just above your elbows. So think about like how we bring it just above the knees, just above the elbows. Block comes to the back of your mat. Swing your legs around. You have a deficit push-up. So what that means is that your legs are a little bit higher than your body. From here, your legs glued together, feet press, toes actually, press into your block. Your heels are nice and high. We hit a tricep push-up. So your elbows come back for 2, for 1, you lift for 2, squeeze your core for 1. You may not be able to come as low as you would like, so really try to exaggerate the movement as you can. If this really doesn't feel good to you, feel free to come down onto your knees. There's totally nothing wrong with that. I would rather you be able to really slay on the movement, elbows come back, rather than not be able to do it because we're taking the challenge. From here, we have another 4, we have another 3, we have another 2, and 1. Hold low. From here, we hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You pulse it out in 3, in 2, and 1. 1 inch up, 1 inch down. 1 inch up, 1 inch down. For 10, 9, elbows come back for 8, 7, 6, squeeze your core for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. I lied, we forgot to get a little bit of abs in. So slide your block off. This is the last part. You slide your feet through the band. You meet me in a tabletop, hands come behind your head. We crunch up, our left leg extends. We crunch down, our left knee bends. Crunch up, right leg, feet are flexed here, crunch down, knee bends. So alternate extensions. We wanna find tension on the band. We have 8, 7, press your tailbone into your mat. For 6, we have 5. Crunch up, exhale for 4. Inhale, come down, exhale for 3. For 2, and for 1. You twist your body over to the left. You bend your right knee, extend your right knee. Maybe your arms come out extended. Really keep tension on your band. We have 8, 7, 6, 5. Crunch up a little bit more for 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, your left knee just pulses in an inch, in an inch, in an inch, in an inch. You have 10, crunch up for 8, 7, 6, 5. We switch legs in 4, 3, 2, bend your knees. This time left leg extends, you twist over to the right. You bend your left knee, you extend your left knee. Can you crunch up a little bit more? Press your tailbone into your mat, bend and extend. So inhale as you bend, exhale as you extend. You have 8, 7, crunch up a little bit more for 6, shoulder blades off your mat for 5, squeeze your core for 4, you have 3, you have 2, keep your left leg extended, right knee comes to chest, you pulse in an inch, feet are flexed here, you have 10, 9, crunch up a little bit more for 8, 7, try to bring your left hand further than the right for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Good little finisher there, huh? Remove your band. Let's extend our body nice and long. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. We peel our left knee to chest, hold it between your hands, pull it up towards your left shoulder. Just twisting an inch left, an inch right. Let's lubricate our hip socket, get a little mobility here now that our body is warm. You take left knee with right hand, you pull it across your body. Left arm cactus out, gaze goes with it. You twist. Inhale here and exhale. Awesome, we switch it out. So left leg extends, right knee to chest. Really pull it in with your hands. Just like a hug to an old friend you haven't seen in a while. So lubricate through your hip socket. Left and right, left and right. We take left hand with our right thigh, right arm cactus out beside us. Take your gaze towards your right hand. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Perfect. Swing your legs around, Let's meet in a low lunge. Left leg comes forward. You bring your hands to the top of your thigh. You press forward and forward. Right knee is on the mat. Toes can be pressing into the mat, heel lifted, or you can just have the back of your foot press into the mat. You have 4, 3, 2, find a split squat in 1. Sorry, split half lunge. I cannot speak today. So toe goes towards the ceiling, knee towards the ceiling. You find a hinge at your hips. Maybe you shake your little toes out here. Inhale, find length, exhale, lean a little bit more forward. Awesome. Let's switch our legs out. So this time, right foot forward, left knee down on the mat behind you. Palms press into your right thigh. I like to push forward an inch, back an inch. Again, just lubricate through, find a little mobility. Our bodies are warm. Let's see how much deeper we can get. We'll take another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Hips come back, toe points towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, find some length here. Maybe you shake your little toes. See if you can find your knee with your nose. We'll take one more breath in here. Awesome. Let's come around into a cross-legged position. We'll take some side stretches. Up and over, up and over, up and over. One more each side after this one. Up and over, up and over. All right, let's meet in the center. We'll take 2 breaths, 1 to release and 1 to receive. So inhale, swing your hands up over your head. You release everything that's not serving you at all today or at this point in your life. Shake it out. Maybe flutter your lips, let it all out. One more time, we inhale, hands come overhead. We seal our hands at the top to receive. Hands come into prayer and down to your chest. You bow your head, namaste. Oh, amazing work today. Really fun combo with the bands and the block. Don't forget to get some water, some protein, express some gratitude for your body, get a little bit of stretching in, and spread love around you today. I will see you real soon. Let me know what you guys want to see next. And I can't wait to see you. Bye.